Bat Rider is a very cool hero in this meta.
Yeah.
And I think that the more that I see him, the more useful that he gets. You have to put more of a spread on your cores.
Okay, but so in this case, though, you still like Navi's draft more, despite the fact that you feel like the Bat Rider is a bit countered by the fact that Team Liquid do have 3 equal cores in this regard. So what is it about Navi's draft that you're okay with?
I think it's easier for them to move around and get kills. I feel like Dendi should have a very good game in this game. Like, he can play very mobile, and the amount of catch on the side of Liquid is going to be a little bit limited. So for me, when I'm looking at this draft, it's really contingent on how well Mind Control can do, because he's going to need to be a playmaker for Liquid, and he has to be very active. Whereas I feel like it's a bit easier for Roger to play this game, which is why we see
What is this gank? Liquid, they smoke up at the bounty rune earlier, and we actually have all 3 of them just sitting on top of mid. They get the early first blood, and they go ahead and TP into the safe lane. What a clown. I mean, like, you don't really miss anything. I don't think Miracle missed a CS. He got it.
The funniest part, though, was like, okay, the reason why I think he does that as well is because he knows that the top camp is going to get pulled.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't need to be there.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. And NaVi is one of those teams that like plays the double 4 or something similar to that anyways.
Yeah, just heavy double running. Matumba Man is not going to be living for long. I like the fact that we did play that pretty far back on the SF, just making sure we weren't going to trade that out.
Yeah.
Go 1 for 1. You could definitely see that Matumba Man wanted to make that trade out.
Yeah, he knew his life was over at that point. You might as well go for it. But speaking more about Liquid, I think that Gyro's having an okay game. Like, it's harder for him to die as well. Like, decent stats. He already has 10 magic stick charges. I don't know if NaVi makes any sort of play up there.
No levels of Flat Cannon here, and just all in on that laning phase presence of the Rocket Barrage as well as the missiles.
4 stones.
4 stones being thrown down.
Wait, what was it like? Only cast the first stone. He who would
without sin, cast the first stone.
Well, he cast a lot of those.
He's an absolute flawless player, apparently.
Is there any stacks in Ancients for Liquid? Or not your passive, the new Nether Toxin, yeah. But the fact that they weren't able to stack at all is a little bit concerning for me.
Ooh, they're gonna get an easy kill here on the Enchantress, and they do have the missile onto General as well, so they can still pursue with the Maledict. They can get some decent damage on him, but certainly not enough to really threaten him.
Just getting a little bit low.
Yeah, maybe. GH just keeps on laying onto him, and it looks like that Fate Bolt was going to be enough. At the same time, though, they killed Matumba Man again. I know Matumba Man, sacrificial core and all that. We talked a lot about that for Team Liquid, winning TI. That was a big part of their playstyle, but it feels like, especially on a Viper, you can't be sacrificed this much, right?
Dude, I'm looking right now at a level 7 Razor versus a level 4 DK. It's rough out there. All right, how do you live here, Roger?
All right, he snowballs onto GH, trying to get a little bit farther away from Matumba Man. He does have the backup of Seneko, actually locking GH in long enough for Dendi to be able to come up and clean up that kill.
I think Gyro is going to be a beast in this game.
Okay.
They just don't have a save for him, and the more that the other 2 lanes get slowed down, it kind of just hurts your overall game flow, right?
Matumba Man, beautiful body blocking here from Rogers, plus the ensnare coming out from the Enchantress. Still not going to be enough, though, as the Matumba Man is going to be able to live through that barely. Denny's actually going to have the paralyzing cast bounce back to him, and Miracle closing the distance there. They even got the extra poison out from Matumba Man, make sure to slow him down. Double kill from Miracle. What a good rotation. They needed something like that, because this laning phase was not going so hot for Liquid.
Yeah.
They needed something to offset all of that.
That's so unlucky. Did you see that? Like, if the cast goes to the left and he's like half a pixel away, then SF doesn't die there.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say, believe it or not, that I think Liquid does this weird thing where when they know they're behind, they just 5-man.
Yeah.
Because that's their bread and butter, right? They just out-team fight other teams. That's kind of what they're known for. When you think of Liquid and you think of these like crazy comebacks, the reason why it'll...
Get the shards! Oh, good try.
That was cute, but...
Oh, get ancient denied.
Okay, that would have been... Roger.
But Miracle knows that. He's been waiting this whole entire time to wrap around behind them, and they're going to have the opportunity to get that call down now. Dendi taking a lot of magic damage already. He's extremely slowed down. Does have the Maledict on him, so he should end up dying here. Kill ends up going to Kuro.
Now there's 5 heroes mid for Liquid again.
Yeah, they brought Mind Control, who still had his dragon form, so despite being denied that safe lane tower, he's going to get an even more important one, mid-tier 1.
Yeah, that's massive. And NaVi, I mean, they over-rotated and kind of outthought themselves there, but this is often how Liquid comes back into these games, is like these improbable 5-mans where you just don't expect it. They do it a lot faster than some teams. and it just kind of keeps you off your pace. Because NaVi, the thing about them and what keeps them like consistent is they're a pace-setting team. And Matamaman gonna die.
Beautiful setup
Once
Roger,
again.
man. The patience there. Just holding on to the invis, knowing he was going to get into some sort of clutch scenario.
Yeah. They're still getting kills though on the other side, and
Yeah.
this gyrocopter is getting really farmed. Like if it wasn't for that, he's 6-0-2 right now. If it wasn't for that, like NaVi would be winning this game.
Their mid tier 1 tower, or if they just keep on going for this push, it looks like they've got
They have a
several
ward
heroes.
behind the tower. They should go. They should all in for this tower. And if I'm Liquid, I would try to fight this one.
Navi's already going to find the initiation. They're going to try and get an easy kill onto GH before the rest of Liquid can be here, but it takes a little while, and now Mind Control is here, looking for the opening, unable to get it onto the SF. A little bit farther down, we do have Curling, a lot of damage into that Razor Crystallize. He's definitely going down, especially the homing missile chasing him down. Should be enough to be able to get that kill. Batrider is able to fly over the river and keep himself alive. Our SF did not go down. That perilous situation up against Dragonite, but neither did Mind Controls. You know what's really cool about this Dragonite core that I keep on seeing is that every single time Mind Controls the one who keeps on pushing the towers, and he'll be the one person who team needs to defend while the rest of his team actually makes the rotation. So he's simultaneously threatening the side lane while still being able to use that Dragon Form to team fight. Nice,
no.
Roger.
Alright, so like for every cool shards that I see him hit one of those. Like look at Roger, his positioning's perfect.
And they also know the smoke is worn out. They're actually going to smoke themselves here and see if they can actually contest next to their shrine. Is their shrine activatable? This could be a really good fight. Okay, it's not, but still.
Starflight up.
They can get the
we get
initiation
Matama
here.
again?
Right as Liquid's breaking apart, they're going to go for the Viper first. A tough kill to get immediately, but they do have the pure damage coming out from Seneko and the heavy physical damage out from the Razor. GH is also going to be dying on the side as he attempted to keep on pushing out that top lane, meaning he will be another victim to Navi's smoke gank. They are really trying for it.
Yeah, we talked about how this gyrocopter needs it really bad. Like for Liquid to not get a hold of this, they don't have enough initiation. It's like
They
this
better
3K.
hurry the hell up.
Yeah, they need a 3K. He's doing the Shadow Race thing. He's got 9 stacks, 10.
Liquid is almost there. They've got a haste rune on Miracle. Oh no.
This SF has Arcane Rune. He's going to kill it fast.
Disastrous. They've already lost the Enchantress, but it's sacrificial death to make sure they do manage to pick up the Aegis. Crystallize does have the Force Staff up in time to be able to get out of the pit.
If you think about it, like the core thing that links these heroes is that they all have like mobility. Like Rana has leap. Lina has incredible move speed. Is Dendy just going to lose the Aegis?
Apparently. How did they know he was here? I saw them running back to mid.
Yeah,
The Mozhat.
Wow. That's fantastic for Liquid. They're going to be really happy about that.
Yeah, certainly. They've got a BKB finished up for the Dragonite. They can actually have, like, they get another pick off like that. They could go high ground with this Dragonite.
Well, that Dragonite's really farmed now. He's joined to this.
Yeah, he's become a problem. Matamaman. This is my life.
Whatever, man. Joke's on you guys. Corrosive skin.
Still be on the aggression.
I don't know. It's weird because I think that Batrider is very, very strong in this game.
Yeah.
Like once is he getting a BKB? He should get a BKB next.
No, Blink initiation telekinesis coming out from
They
GH.
might just go high ground here.
You pick off like that? Sure. No, mind
They
control.
don't have Viper, but like, no offense, but
Look at Matamaman building a blade
I
mail.
love you, but
He's like, now it's not just corrosive skin, it's blade mail as well.
okay. So when I'm just saying it right now, like if you build like that, you don't like the enemy team. You're not super happy about the direction that this game has gone for your personal goals.
You are literally just playing for as much damage output for your death as possible.
Yeah, it's
Every 5 points of damage I take, you will take 1.
it's like you know when people try to eat your fries and you just like lick them out of spite and you ruin it for everyone involved.
I don't know that because I don't do that.
I mean, I don't do that either, but I read some people do.
No, I know you definitely do. I know you
So
love
anyways,
your fries.
I read some people that definitely do that. And when people do that, you know, it's like you're just ruining it so nobody has a good time. Only been a part of 8 of his team's kills, like, and I think all of those kills that he's been a part of is when like he gets gone on and the corrosive.
Yeah. Snowball. Gonna come out from Roger here, but there is gonna be the call down out from, ooh, they actually grab to the gyrocopter. Maybe they can get the damage to burst him down, but they're just not getting it fast enough. They actually get stunned up too much by the telekinesis, but a block out from the Ice Shards. That's beautiful. See if they can run down Miracle here. It's so important for them to lay the damage into it, but Dendy just couldn't get into a position. Mind Control put himself forward to be able to stop that crystallize. He's gonna end up going down to Matumba Man, and Dendy is on the retreat, but again, you do have GH keeping pace with that Blink Dagger. Step by step, Roger finally does end up going down. And Snako drops as well from the Matumba Man, but it does allow Dendy to be able to escape.
I need a replay of that for sure.
That was really frantic.
I thought Miracle had committed already to the Force, and they shrined to full.
Yeah.
So all of Liquid was like half HP, or what looked like it, and it looked like Navi was just going to crush that fight.
I think one big thing is I noticed Mind Control, I'm not sure if he blinked or he was just able to run over, but when we had that Ice Shards blocking in Miracle, he put himself on that SL.
Okay.
And he went ahead and stunned him, taking away a lot of their damage. They're going to be able to find General here, and this is now potentially Navi crumbling as they're going to lose their tier 3 and are still going to have to take a 4 versus 5 if they want to protect their racks, and that just doesn't seem possible.
Yeah, So at this point, I mean, Liquid is in a pretty dominant position. If you can win fights like that, with Matumba Man like kind of edged himself into that fight, he's like, "Hello guys, still here," but
I'm still viable.
The funny thing is they're just ignoring him now in these fights. They're just all in on Miracle.
Yeah.
And the fact that they couldn't kill Miracle was the big problem. If you kill Miracle there, then the fight probably looks a little bit different.
And he's so stats heavy too. Look at him sitting at 2k HP without having strength treads on, which I'm sure.
He's almost got. He'll have BKB now for the next fight too, and at that point, he's very, very strong.
So they have to get a really good initiation from that Bat Rider and isolate that gyrocopter.
I need to rewatch this game because I don't know how the DK caught up either. Remember, Mind Control was like 4 levels behind the Razor, and now he's got like the second most farm on his team.
I mean, the big thing is that Razor can't stay in a lane forever, right?
Yeah.
So he had to rotate out as soon as he did.
Mind Control just kept moving around every time he had DK form. Oh, here's the jump.
Oh, the jump in with the BKB. They're going to lose that ultimate. It's so much damage. They've almost brought down Miracle, but still not enough. Now he gets off the BKB and all that magic damage is going to be for naught. Miracle is unstoppable in this team fight. With just half HP, they can't turn on him. Can't put any physical damage onto him. They take down 2. They only pick up a Rubik there. Now they found extra initiation. They managed to jump onto the Bat Rider. Miracle chasing him down with the Rocket Barrage. The cast just keeps on bouncing. Beyond godlike triple goal for Miracle. See if they can make it a quad kill.
Mind Control takes that one, but Navi on the back foot. They're going to call GG. 29 minutes into the game, 16k gold lead is what Liquid ends with, 25-14. But fairly straightforward game. I mean, it looked a little bit weird from the laning phase, but after that,
yeah. Some of the little bit awkward team fights. It's just, so it's again, it just comes down to the fact that Liquid just better at team fighting.